Word.
All right, you're good to go.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. Word, man. Well, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it for sure. Love
No
the
worries.
song. Love the vibes. It's all solid for sure.
You reckon? Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's doing some things and some stuff a little bit, Bro, honestly, I mean, did you think it was gonna pop off this head? Like, I'm just take it back to like when you're 13, writing your first song or whatever. You're in like science class. You don't want to learn about the periodic table of elements or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
what's did you think you would be at this space, or like how would he feel?
You know what? Like I always said I was gonna be a rapper at like I said, I always kept telling myself I was gonna make it. I just didn't think I'd make it from a hit song, if that makes sense. I thought I'd maybe make it from like gradually gaining a good following and like then it just happens. But I never thought I'd just have that one global hit that like put me on the map. So I mean, 13 years old, which was only like 5 years ago for me because I've just turned 19. Stuff for me. But yeah.
I'm gonna say, damn.
Nah, but yeah, like no, I don't think you ever expect it, but you always have to keep a positive mind frame.
Dude, for sure. No, I agree. Like just having that one track mind and like where you're going, I think that's super important for sure.
Yeah.
Who are you like when you're like a kid and everything, you're listening? Who's like the first artist that you're listening to and like really being drawn to?
Most probably Eminem.
Yeah.
Like, pretty typical answer, but it's actually very close between Eminem and 50 Cent because I'm a massive 50 Cent fan, and I think like when I was first coming into like my late teens, he was like G Unit were like I was listening to every G Unit song. Like Many Men is one of like my all-time favorite songs.
It's a banger.
Yeah, so yeah, and then it ventured into like Kanye, and then obviously later I've gone into like Joyner Lucas, St. John, that type of vibe.
Dude, for sure. I was gonna St. John. That's a hell of a reference because not many people are like super like big. I feel like a lot of people in the hip hop world are big on him, but like in like the pop world, I feel like other than Roses, they don't really know his catalog. And the guy just slaps, bro. He kills it. Real talk.
Yeah, no, he's got some very good songs.
For sure. The scene in Sydney, like I don't know much about like the Australian hip hop scene. Is it like big over there? Like, what's the vibe like?
Now it is. 10 years ago, it was very dead, in my opinion. When I say very dead, I mean like it was very hard to make it because there was a lack of a scene. But like America, it's so hard to make it because it's so big of a scene and there's so many people wanting to be a rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like polar opposites. So for me, I always copped like a lot of hate for wanting to try and sound like American. I always cop messages, you're just trying to be black. Like that's literally what I heard over and over, which I copped on the chin because I knew there was a bigger part or bigger picture to the story. And yeah, I just kept grinding and pushing through those. Like I used that time in like Australia and when the scene was like not as good as what it is now to just perfect like and craft my sound really.
Dude, I mean, obviously, and like you definitely invested like not just with your work, but also with your money. I saw you took out a loan to like get like recording equipment, like the first thing you did and everything. I respect it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, everything good comes with sacrifice, right? So
yeah,
you got to do what you got to do.
Dude, 100%. I get that for sure. Like, I feel like I'm throwing money at like so many different things with the radio stuff too. I'm like, it's just that if you want to get anywhere with stuff, you just got to kind of like invest a little bit for sure.
Yeah, it's investment from every area, financial, mental, physical. It's not just you can't just throw money at things and expect return.
No, absolutely not, for sure. So the new remix, I was gonna say, I just listened to it recently. It's so like I like that you actually remixed it, like your own verse was different, it's just like, and I feel like when you like see remixes and everything, they're just adding people on, and like I feel like you actually went out there and you're like, all right, cool, like if I want to like make this thing pop, let me like show my versatility a little bit more. What was that like getting like DGG and then G-Eazy? I mean, like two huge artists, like that must have been massive.
Yeah, I mean DDG, when I first heard Moonwalking in the Calabasas, I was like, yo, this is lit. I really like, I was listening to that every day, like when I was going for a shower, when I was just putting music on, like that was there getting played. And I just felt like I wouldn't say he's up and coming. Like to me, I just think he is in the game now.
Totally.
And G-Eazy was just like I had like a few artists that I was really wanting on the track, but G-Eazy was like the top tier sonically would fit Astro, like just with the way his voice is. Like he's not nasally, but he just has that pitch that would sit on the beat very well. So for me, it was just like too easy duo, like the duo to have with me. And I always want to be different. I never believe in doing a remix and not having a new verse for yourself. Like I find that whack. Like Jack Harlow did it for What's Poppin', and it was really good because
Yeah.
I guess like the most important part of a song is the start. And like if people are hearing something that's exact same as before, they might get bored and turn it off. But if it's completely different, there's something for them to be engaged about as well.
For sure. And it just gives you a chance to like, just show off some more lyrical, stuff.
It's a competition. It's a competition. Like, you know what I mean? Like Kendrick Lamar did that on, was it Control? I think where they all rapped and it's a battle. Like it's to me, like it's healthy competition. Like you gotta, like I'm going in saying to myself, I have to have the best verse. I have to, do my best.
I mean, listen, it's hard to argue, man. Seriously. G-Eazy's verse is tight, but like you kind of went off like, and you just went in hard, real talk. Like you didn't let people wait.
I'm not gonna say anything. That's one thing. I'm not gonna say who I thought had the best verse, or there's me, DDG, or G. Everyone's verse was great.
It was just baller. No, I feel like equal. No, I'm sure Jack Harlow says the same thing for sure. But like DaBaby probably had the best verse, but it's all good.
Nah, Tory.
You thought Tory had the best verse, bro? I thought DaBaby went off, man. I don't know.
Nah, DaBaby used like very lines we've all heard before, water and Fiji, and like things that you've all heard. Like I get it, like the flow was cool, but Tory Lanez, even Lil Wayne said Tory Lanez went dumb.
Tory snaps though, like because he obviously like most of his like popular songs are like kind of just slow jam type vibe. He's kind of like him and Bryson Tiller are like that, where they just like when they need to, they snap, man. It's insane for sure. Definitely. So now that the world is kind of, well, I was going to say for you guys, like the world's been pretty normal for a while. Not normal, but like a form of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're very casual. I mean, we get like 4 or 5 cases and it's like everyone get in your house. Like it's really, really strict, which is what's happening now in Melbourne, which is a state which is under south of Sydney. They've literally got like 4 or 5 cases and they're like going into lockdown. So yeah, it's been a blessing that I didn't have to like, I mean, I'm a very big inside person. I like being inside and just chilling out. So for me, like it wasn't a massive difference even when COVID was happening, and I was still working as well. I was still working full time. So when COVID was around, so at its worst. So for me, it's just like be creative inside, be creative outside. Same thing.
For sure. When you get a breather with all your work and everything, what are you doing?
No such thing as breathe. There's no such thing. Nah, I like gaming. I'm a big gamer. So I like streaming and just chilling out. Some people come in and talk to me about my music. And then I play basketball as well. So it's like the 2 spectrums.
Who's your squad basketball wise?
Spurs.
Oh, that's kind of a weird, not a weird choice, but an interesting choice, because like most people come in with like Golden State, or like if they're not from the States, they come in with Golden State, like the Knicks or something. What were you just like a Duncan fan? Like what was the vibe there?
Yeah, I'm a massive Duncan fan, and Patty Mills actually sent me some stuff. So like, yeah.
Yo, I forgot. Shout out, man. Shout out to Australia with that one.
Yeah.
Patty balls, man. Like he's underrated. Like in the national games and everything, that guy goes off, bro.
Yeah, he's a really good player.
For sure. So of course, with getting back to the world, kind of coming back to normal, and like the idea of touring, when you're in a new place, like what's the first thing you look for when you get there and stuff like that? Like that's something I'm always interested in. Like what are you going and trying to find, when before a show or something like that?
Actually, nothing. Like literally, I'm like a very chilled person. Like I'm not like, okay, we have to do this. I'd prefer to just like chill out, watch a movie or whatever, and just like wait for the performance and go. I'm a very big like, I don't want to get there 5 hours before and party. I want to get there an hour before, 45 minutes before, do it, then go to the studio or whatever and just chill out again. Like that's just
Bro,
how I am.
I respect the grind, man. Seriously, because I feel like there's a lot of people, and like I love it. I respect. I'm totally kind of the same way, where it's just like, if I get to a new place, I got to hit up like a new coffee shop, or somebody's got to hit up a ramen place or something like that. And like the fact you're just like one, narrow, like going straight forward and trying to like ball out. That's amazing. That's dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. So I guess the big thing we gotta talk about is the TikTok thing. I mean, like, did you like?
No.
Are you seeing like? I was gonna say like, what has been like the best one you've seen like TikTok wise involving your song? Did you pay attention to it?
I think the memes are pretty funny at the moment.
Right.
The one, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like they put on like a random song and it has nothing to do with astronaut in the ocean, and they just say what you know. Like there was one really funny one of this dude doing it in the car, and he's talking about writing lyrics, and then it just randomly at the end goes to astronaut in the ocean. I think the JLo thing was really cool because like she chose to use the song. And just everything from the start, like the welding and smashing the stuff so the sparks come out on the drop, like all that stuff was cool.
Dude, oh my god, no, it's been hilarious. I feel like I saw one that somebody like it came in with the beat and everything, and somebody pitched it up to like be out of tune, so like they kept on pitching it up and pitching it up. I don't know if you've seen that, but oh my god, it's so, bro, it's so funny. I'll send it to Caitlin and she'll send it to you. But like, dude, oh my god, I was dying, bro. It's amazing. Obviously you're always grinding, you're always at on top of your game, so I guess like the question what's next for you is obvious, but like what should we expect?
Well, June the 4th is my new single,
right?
Called Gravity Gliding. So I'm pretty excited for that to release, which is very soon. It's like 1 week away basically, which is nuts, because it's been like eight months of just Astro, which has got into my head a bit.
Sure.
I want to release new music, but the time has come, and then I'm obviously working on the album, which is about at 60%, 70%, I'd say. So we want to release that by the end of the year. And it's just obviously trying to plan touring and stuff like that. But yeah, for now it's album and the new release.
Dude, well, you're on the grind, so we're gonna let you keep grinding, man. Appreciate you hopping on, bro. Massive.
No worries. Thank you, bro.
Man. Yeah, much love. Absolutely. Cheers.